Hey guys, Dr. Dex here. Today we are talking about tool belts. And one brand in particular that I really like is called Diamondback tool belts. Give them a look, give them a follow, super high quality. If you like what you see today, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. All right, first initial impression on this belt. When we got them, they came separated, so nothing was together. They're very modular, these tool belts. They come apart, pockets everywhere. You can add and subtract to it very easily. So I'm actually gonna do a review on my full-size rig, and then I have a mini rig that they also sent for us to check out. And so I'm going to show you that in a minute, but I'm going to start with the full rig because this is the one I wear most of the time. But sometimes when you only need limited tools, instead of using your pockets, we throw on a mini rig. But what's cool is that everything adapts. So if you have a certain item that you like on your main rig and you're switching back and forth, which I've never been able to do before. I've never had a tool belt where I could just switch in and out of things. I kind of actually stopped wearing them for a while because I was just kind of like, I don't want to do this, whatever. And everything's heavy-duty Cordura. So it takes a second to get it snapped back on, obviously, because I'm having issues here. But it's me, not the bag. So like I was saying, everything kind of snaps on. This one has some magnets on the back, and I'm not even 100% sure why, but I know there's a reason. Probably so I can stick to something else. But everything that they did when they came up with this system, they put a lot of thought into it, which is really awesome. So I'm just going to snap this back on here real quick. There we go. So it can be a little tricky to get on, but once they're on, and that's more important in my opinion. But like, here's one that I hold my torpedo with. Boom. Okay, it snaps on pretty easy. So some of this stuff's pretty new. It has a memory, so it takes a second to get it on. But so the one thing I really like, I live in Washington State. It rains. Okay? So these things have been out in the weather and they hold up really well. And that's one thing, obviously, Cordura is like military grade. All the buckles are high quality military grade buckles. Easy to come on and off, but when they're on, and when you need them off, they're off, okay? So they lock in really well. I like my big rig to have suspension, all right? So there's a set of suspenders with a chest strap that comes across like so that once you're loaded, you can adjust this a little bit and make it feel a little bit looser, a little bit tighter. I don't like the weight on my hips at all, so I wear my rig a little higher, just a little bit, because I have a belly, so I can't bring it up too high, but, you know, right there. But I have my staples, always, tape measure, torpedo. I usually run 2 squares. Sometimes I run a Martinez. I don't have one in my bag right now. Then I have plenty of room for fasteners, screws, Sharpies, that kind of thing. Keep those in one pocket. One of the coolest features of this bag that I really liked was, like, what the heck is this? Well, it's actually a hammer loop, but it's unique because you would think, man, that's really bulky, that's going to be in my way, but it's not. It just fits really comfortably against your hip, and it doesn't bang up against your hip like a traditional hammer does, like when you're climbing a lot of ladders. It just kind of tucks in nice, and it's easy to find. It's one-handed operation. I'll throw this thing on in a second and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so I don't have this thing fully loaded. I've got some nippers in here, all right, a little vegetation. There's places for your rasps, file, whatever. Again, some of this stuff's still fairly new, so it takes a minute. I don't usually overload my bags too much. I kind of like to run light, and then as the day progresses and I start getting into certain tasks, that will determine how much I'm loading my bags. Some days I'm heavy on fasteners, so I'll pull the Sharpies and the hand tools out. I know that Diamondback just came out with an electrician's pouch, so Damani, I'm looking for one of those. So I got to put an order in here next week to see if I can get that electrician's pouch. What I was stoked about that was there's still room to add a couple pouches for nails and screws, but like all your small finish tools, you know, all your screwdrivers, and if you're running, like maybe you're doing a partial electrical day or something, you can put all of your hand tools in one little spot. It might weigh down a little bit, but I think it'll be pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna put this on. So now I've got my apron on. I'm gonna put my chest strap on. This thing's really cool because it keeps things from spreading apart right here and losing your elevation of your tools. So then I might pull up just a little bit. It's easy to adjust the height right here of where you're hanging, and you can adjust each side. So it's kind of nice to get that feel. As you use the rig more, you'll get used to it, and then it becomes a little more natural feeling. You can just put the straps in like so. The one thing I like is the fact they have these little elastic straps that kind of hold things together so they're not loose and falling around. But like I said, that hammer loop, really cool. You know, just one-handed, don't even really look at it. I could probably bounce this off and, oh, there it is. All right. See how well that worked? So you might need to like take a look. Okay, there we go, one hand, boom. So again, everything's really handy. You can get to it real quick. You know, scissors, squares, torpedo, tape, clippers, you know, and then I have room for plenty of fasteners. Got some Fasten Master Pro guard dogs right here. But anyway, so that's the rig. I really enjoy it. That's my full suspension rig. Now I'm gonna get into my mini rig. All right guys, this is my Diamondback mini rig. This one does not have suspension. This is designed for a lighter day or for minimal tasks. So basically all I have is a deep pouch with a divider in it, so I can put two different types of screws in here. Here we've got some stainless steel, and some old nails, all right. Stainless steel screws on one side, and those old nails probably were meant to be, yeah, I was tearing something apart, so I just tossed some old nails on the other side. I know that the other day I was looking at this pouch. I think I just have a bunch of pencils in here. But this pouch is kind of cool for fasteners as well. And we were loading gun nails, I think, in this. Yep, gun nails in there as well. And if you want to, you can also cinch it. Now this is being held on to this belt by just one simple loop. All right, a metal loop that it catches on the back side. So it's really hard for it to come out, which is great when you're kneeling over or bending over or whatever. So you can cinch the top of this to keep your stuff from coming out, and then this loop can come out, but it's also adjustable, all right? So if you decide, you can see all these different spaces on this belt that you could adjust this to. So that's one thing I love about this brand. They just make everything multi-adjustable. There's that. Then I have this little side loop. This could be a hammer loop. I use this for a tape measure, and I can put a torpedo on it. So it's super versatile. Now again, same hardware, same awesome hardware, but again, no suspension. This thing just goes on, clips in, then we're good to go. So I've worn this all day. You barely can tell it's on, but you just have everything. Instead of using your pockets, or if it's raining, again, these are great for the rain because it can just pour all day long, and you can wear it on the outside of your rain gear, which for me is really important. And when I'm wearing rain gear, I don't have access to as many pockets, and the ones I do have access to would be covered by the apron, so that's why I like wearing this mini rig, so I have plenty of room for whatever I'm doing that day. All right, so hey, I appreciate you guys watching today. Thank you very much. If you like what you saw, please click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon if you want to be notified every time we're putting out fresh content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.